Afternoon, I think.
Afternoon. Have you just felt about how the third line has gelled with Wennberg in there for a few games?
I think they've done some really positive things. They've given us some good stability as a line, generated positive numbers, scoring chances. I think they've played really well. I think the lines in general have been good for the last few games. We feel, good about the way we're playing right now, and especially since those two players got added. Haven't seen Rudy yet, but at some point we'll get him in there as well. But the two guys that have jumped into the lineup have played really well.
Wennberg, how much did you know about him before, and what have you learned about him since you've had him?
I think you always know players better once you coach them and you work with them on a daily basis. He's been a real good two-way centerman, I think. That's probably the best way to describe him. He still puts up offensive numbers, but he's pretty responsible in the defensive zone and can really steady a line.
You've highlighted Jones the last few games, and when you get a new D-man, just could you speak to your reasoning for sticking with Jones?
They're always tough decisions. It's never fun telling somebody that they're not playing. Jones he was out for a good majority of the games. Worked his tail off every game, every practice, every day. Real positive attitude. And the last games that we played him in, prior to him jumping back in the lineup, he was excellent. I think he had a 3 or a 4-point night. He was +4. Played extremely well. Really didn't deserve to come out of the lineup, but he did. And those are the decisions that you have to make sometimes. But he's gotten an opportunity to jump back in. He's waited. He's been patient. Worked hard to get the opportunity, and he's jumped back in, and he's played excellent again. And so for a guy that's been here the entire year, and the way our team has played in the last 3 or 4 games, we haven't made a lineup change yet.
I know I asked you in Carolina about message sending, potential playoff opponents. This is a team in Tampa that you very well could play in the first round, along with several other teams. I mean, do you pay more attention to what you see out there in a game like tonight?
With regard to
with regards to their team and
I mean,
what you might need to know going forward.
No, I mean, listen, it would be hard to look past Carolina or even New Jersey the night before, like their division games. Anybody beats anybody. New Jersey had a great run last year, and they're working to find their way into the playoffs this year, and just focus on that game, and the 2 points, and trying to stay on top of that. You move on from that game, and you're stuck now with Carolina and focusing on that game and the 2 points. And it's not so much about, for me anyway, with 17, 18, everybody's 17, 16, 20 games left in the season. It's just about winning hockey games and get your team playing the way you want to play. And I think we've done that in the last few games. We've played a game that we really like. And so for me, you're right, Tampa's had a lot of success here in the last 4 or 5 years. They're in a position where they're fighting for points. We're focused on playing a good game and beating them and getting the points, and really that's it.
When you talked about a couple of days ago, you mentioned that Mika has played really well for the last 3 or 4 games, but your whole team's played really well. So is it the chicken or the egg? Is he playing well and then everybody else is playing well, or is he playing well because of
So with regard to Mika, that I don't want to make it sound like he wasn't playing well before that. What I said was that what I said about Mika is that he's attacking the net more. And he's got a mindset now where he's bringing pucks to the net, and they've also got a new piece up on his line. The line has looked really good, and so that's positive. But to go back to the first question about Wennberg and his line, well, that line they're playing really well, and I don't know if Mika really figures into that. So their line's playing really well also. You talk about Schneider jumping up and taking on some different minutes. He's played really well. So I wouldn't pin it to one person or one line. I think our team's played a good game in the last, a good solid team game. Good defense, trying to attack offensively when we can. And it's been the whole group, not one player or one line or one pair of D.
Peter, last 3 games, 1 goal allowed. I know the goaltending is part of that, but team defense, what do you like about what you're seeing from team defense?
Yeah, I mean, I hate even talking about it, but we're doing a good job of staying in front of them, keeping the rush in front of us. I think our guys are defending really hard in zone. We've gotten good goaltending. The penalty kill's been good. And so there are things that, good decisions with the puck, attacking offensively. If you're attacking offensively, you're not playing defense. And so it's not just one thing. it's not like, hey, if we do this, all of our issues will be solved. It's a combination of a lot of things, and I think our guys have paid attention to that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vice Chair.
About the face-offs, I saw a statistic that the Rangers have been underwater for a decade, and that statistic, and you brought in Michael Pekka, and he was going to help with that, and obviously he has.
Yeah.
How important has that been, like him, and then through Vinny Trocheck, and like how important is that to the success of the team? Like how does it translate?
Well, I mean, everybody wants to start with the puck. The face-off's the starting point. If you can get possession, then possession ends up, it's like anything. If you have the ball or the puck and it's in your favor, then good things can happen. So I do think it's been a group effort. There's been a lot of work that's gone into it. I think all the players certainly deserve the credit. And Trocheck's been at the forefront because of his numbers, but other guys have gone in there and we're trying to work with everybody, trying to work with the wingers that jump in there and help out, trying to work with the aftermath of the actual face-off and what we can do from there. And I think Michael Pekka's helped. He was an elite face-off guy when he played. He's a good coach and a good teacher. So for me, it's a collective group effort, but it's definitely been better.